Hey everyone, Bill McRae here from ROI Marketing Systems LLC out here in Texas, but we're really across the United States. And I want to talk to you a little bit about the difference between e-commerce and m-commerce. E-commerce is traditional, you log onto a website and you make a purchase. M-commerce is using your mobile device to make a purchase. And I'm going to go through some stuff, and then I got some statistics I'm going to share with you. If you can remember back in 2005, it was kind of cool to be able to log into Amazon and place an order and get something shipped to you because Amazon was all new and exciting, and most of us were probably not totally up to speed with where it was headed and what it was doing and what their plans are. Not the biggest Jeff Bezos fan in the world, but he is brilliant. The business has flourished because they've recognized the convenience of being able to allow a transaction to happen and the ability to get that online solution or purchase to the consumer quickly, and then also deal with returns well. They do all that really, really well to the point where it's easier just to buy everything at Amazon than it is to hop in your car and drive down to the store, fight with traffic, park your car, and pay more to get something, and then have to return it and go through that hassle. And in general, it just doesn't work. So where are we headed? Well, e-commerce is what they call when you go to a website and you place an order. That's where I started my online experience back in 2002 when I started a company called 24hourguitar.com. For some reason, I was winding up my large wholesale business that we had gone public and done a bunch of stuff with, and it was going away the dodo bird, which it tends to happen to businesses. And I decided that, I'm kind of burnt out on big business, so I'm going to start a little guitar store. You can see some guitars I have in the background here. And I'm going to sell these online. And I started to compete against Musicians Friends as my big competitor. And I went out and I learned pay-per-click, and I learned SEO, and I learned all this stuff, and it ultimately led me to essentially what I'm doing here almost 20 years later. But at that point in time, it was all about the website. And I had a phone, but that was before the smartphones came out. And even the phone I had at that time, I think it was the coolest phone ever created in my life. It's called it was a Razor, flip Razor. It was real narrow and thin, and wow, that thing was great. And I had that phone because it was cool. And I didn't even know what text marketing is, and I really, would love to have been able to read my email on it because email was the thing then. And little did I know how things were going to evolve after Apple came out with the iPhone, and then we got to Motorola, the Android devices, and all this other stuff coming out. So it became possible for you to buy from a website by using a web browser on your cell phone. That happened in earnest about 2010. So we're going to take it from e-commerce, which is doing that, to m-commerce, which is mobile. And the statistics are going to shock you. And again, I've got to tip my hat off to Amazon because they're the people that have come up with they're driving the trend. They're making it happen, and other people are following along. And as they do that, what you're going to see when you go into the big malls, remember the malls when we were kids, we'd go to the malls and be like, 100 stores and all these great displays and all that. It's an expensive thing to have a store in a mall. Well, there are a lot of closed businesses. I was in San Diego a few weeks ago, and I walked through a mall that with one of my kids because we were going to a movie, and I'd say a good 10% of the outlets were boarded up, closed, and the big reason is they can't compete against Amazon. Okay, now Amazon can't have it all, but they're doing a damn good job of really making that change to the mobile commerce format. And here's why. I'm going to get to these numbers here in a minute. My wife and I have a very simple life. We live in San Antonio, Texas. We've got a modest home. We I work from home. She works. She's a secretary for a big law firm downtown. She's got a commute. I don't. Here I am in my gym clothes because I'm going to go to the gym here in about half an hour. And I like it simple, and I like to be in control of my own life, and I like to just be doing what I need to do to take care of my customers and my salespeople. But at the end of the day, I don't like going to the local strip mall and buying clothes and doing this and doing that. I don't like doing that at all. I mean, I have a whole closet over here full of suits I have. I like going to musicians to Men's Warehouse and buying a nice suit here and there. And I don't even know why. I don't have that many opportunities to wear it. But assuming someday, as the business grows and we have to, have kind of a corporate um, facade, I'm prepared to do that because that's what I did for 30 years, right? I was a suit and tie guy, and really nice now to be running around in my gym shorts and sweat. But we like to make things simple, and I don't like to drive. Was in a really bad car accident a few years ago, hurt myself severely. So I try to avoid driving just because I don't think I'm very good at it, to be honest with you. And and I just prefer not to drive. And so I order everything we need with Amazon. So during the day, um, my wife said this morning she needs more GABA, which is a herb. You see back here on the table, I have piles of herbs because we're trying to stay young. I pull up my Amazon app on my phone and I just place an order for GABA. We'll buy the little things we need during the day. Maybe it's a new mouse and some check stock, or maybe she needs some clothes or whatever. We'll buy it during the day, and at the end of the day, in the evening, she'll go, "You need anything else from Amazon?" I go, "No," and she hits the place order button, and then within 2 days, all that stuff we ordered shows up. Okay, so I didn't have to log on any websites. I could have been at a stoplight and ordered something I just thought of. I could be on the road and at a restaurant and think, oh, I need something for dinner. It just has made it so easy for us to do, and I don't have to go shopping. I don't have to. They've made it easy for me to order. I know it's going to be there either the next day or the following day. There's not a long shipping time because we're Prime members, right? So it's like 1 to 2 days shipping on most things. And now with Amazon Now, they bought Whole Foods, right? You can order and have it delivered within an hour or 2 hours. Food, groceries, for example. You just go to the Amazon Now thing and you go, okay, Whole Foods got a great organic salad I want to have for dinner tonight. I can order it now. I'll be here in a couple hours. I can have it for dinner tonight. That's called convenience. And give it to Amazon for recognizing and putting the money into making that convenience happen, because it isn't easy. The mobile application is the simple part. Okay, the processing the credit card is the simple part. The logistics of getting that out the door and delivered to us the same day, or the logistics of even doing it within 2 days, they've really made it a genius move. Okay, my wife and I like this restaurant called Pai Wei, which is a kind of an Asian fusion that I think it's actually owned by P.F. Chang's. Great food, lights, and maybe every couple of weeks we'll go to Pai Wei for dinner, or maybe on the weekend for lunch. And I like it. I think it's fresh, fun food, right? The big problem I have is I don't necessarily like driving on that side of town. I have to go past Highway 281, which is where I had another accident. I got to do this, got to do this. It's a pain in the butt. But there's now a service called DoorDash, which is just like Uber Eats, where they will pick up your food order and deliver it to you. So with the app that Pai Wei has, I place my order. Within an hour, it's at my door, and we can eat just like we're at Pai Wei. And in the meantime, we're watching A Star Is Born on the movie channel or whatever. So you see how convenient that is. There's no reason to go shopping elsewhere. I'll order from Pai Wei or from Papa John's or from any number of different places we like to eat at. And yeah, we still like to go out and eat because it's kind of enjoyable just to get out of the house. But it's, like I said, we're simple people. We just want things to be easy. and they have made it so easy for us to buy. So I went from buying nothing from Amazon 5 years ago to buying pretty much everything we use from them. And literally, we just go through there, and on Saturday or Sunday, my wife and I usually go to Costco to pick up the bulk items that we need. And honestly, I think Costco is probably going to, and may even already offer where we can order. I know you can order off their website, but I don't know if they have a mobile app yet that will let you order and get delivered. Because if we could do that, we probably would, just simply so we can spend more time with our dog, and maybe go to. We do a lot with their church. We work, we work out. We want to focus on those parts of our life and not the shopping experience. So that brings us to the numbers. So if you go back to 2010, there was like $100 million worth of e-commerce going on. It wasn't $100 billion of e-commerce going on. It wasn't. Let me find these numbers. Okay, the mobile commerce thing. Right now, 53% of the retailers, and we're really talking about the bigger ones, have created a mobile app, and they see that as a growing part of their business. Okay. Now, so you can go into most bigger stores and they have a mobile app, and they may have a secondary service that will do delivery. So they can kind of compete with Amazon, let's say at Target or Walmart, some of these things. So, and then at this point, out of that 53% of the retailers that have that, they're just basically putting signs in their stores that says, walk in the store, you can download the app. What our business does, ROI marketing, is we can help you promote your app. We can build your app too, but we can help you promote your app through our text marketing service. This is text marketing service where you don't need to have the phone numbers. We have. You use our list to promote your product. And it's completely legit and legal and licensed and all the good things that go along with that. Now, out of that 53%, just 23% are actually doing promoting in-store offers. Okay. Now, an in-store offer is when come into the store and pick up whatever begonias for 25% off. And that's nothing wrong with that. People like getting those sort of offers, especially if it's spring and they want to plant begonias. But the real fact is that what is going to happen is convenience is going to take over, and people are going to want the begonias delivered to their house, just like they're doing with Amazon. Keep that in mind. Now, there are services out there that will go pick up your begonias and deliver it to you, or let's take food or whatever. And there are services out there, and the mobile apps will take your orders, and it's just a matter of combining those two things together, which most retailers and food service places, they're going to say, we are part of DoorDash, or we're part of Uber Eats. So if the guy is a restaurant smart, they put the two pieces together. But that, again, is something we can help any company achieve with our mobile applications that we're doing. The other 53% of the retailers got the mobile apps, but the small guys don't. And those guys consider the mobile apps to be too expensive, too complicated to do. And what they don't realize is it's not that expensive. And what it does too is it gives you a way to communicate with existing customers. Because with the mobile app, you're paying a hosting fee for the app, but you're allowed to do free push notification. So you can send a message to that person on their phone once a week saying this week's promotion for Joe's grocery store is burritos at 50% off. Come in with the mobile app and use the coupon code ABC. See, that's free in the mobile app. Now, we'll allow you to do that with text marketing, but you're paying to get the lead and you're paying to send a message out. So what we recommend people to do is use text service marketing to spread the word to clients you currently don't have to use and get your mobile app so that they can actually buy stuff and get the service that you can put together. So if your clients, when you start going out there and you start looking at these clients that are small, mom and pops, They're not taking advantage of this technology yet because they believe that it's ungodly expensive. Well, if they knew they can get a mobile app for under $1,000 and for $100 a month they can contact their clients anytime they want, they'd probably do it. And if they realize, well, how do I spread the word? Maybe I can have my customers use it. You can get more customers in the door by using our text service to get the clients you don't have. And you don't have to pay $5 and $6 a click to get that. You get it for a much more nominal price, okay? Some of the other stats are coming up. I mean, the numbers are just staggering. 50% of all purchases that used to be e-commerce are going to be mobile commerce by the year of 2021. By 2025, that number will be 75%. So we're going to go from an environment where today we're at 34% in 2019. By 2021, it's going to be 50% of all online commerce is going to be mobile. And by 2025, it's going to be 75%. So that means two things happen, two major changes happen. First of all, everybody's adapting the idea and they're beginning to understand, thanks to Amazon, quite frankly, that this is a great way to go. I just buy it and it's delivered. And the advent of the small, medium, mom and pop type businesses, the corner nail salons, the air conditioner repair house, the gutter guy, the guy who does all these different things now has the ability to compete. Or the local retailer has the ability to compete with the same convenience and the same functionality as Amazon. So now they're leveling out the playing field for the small guy so they have a fighting chance to flourish. And the business is going that way. So you see what Amazon has done. They're going, we're leading the pack. We're going to get the lion's share. And they will. But if you're a small business, don't despair. Take action. Contact your ROI marketing sales rep, and we can set up a plan for you to actually start spreading the word with our text marketing services and start building and cultivating a loyal customer base with our phone apps, okay? So that's that number. Let's see, there's another stats here that I wanted to share. $336 billion will be done on mobile applications in the year 2020. In 2018, that number was 156 billion. I'm sorry, 2017. So in 2 years, 3 years, it's doubled from 156 billion to 336 billion. And it's going to double again to way over $500 billion. So think about that. Think about the potential for you to stabilize your business and be able to stay in business because you can build a mobile app for a reasonable price and you can spread it through using text services legally, legit, and safely. And you can communicate, cultivate, and curate your relationship with your clients and make it convenient for them to do business with you. Suddenly, the mom and pop business in the corner shouldn't be intimidated by the Amazons and the big retailers that like Chili's that have the mobile apps and the DoorDash. We can help these companies out. So Bill McRae is saying thank you for listening. The future is so bright. You're going to have to start wearing some shades, but you've got to be progressive, and now is the time to take that step.